Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to my review for UFC 311 happening this weekend. Headlined by two of the best lightweights on the planet today. This fight is basically to decide who's the best lightweight on the planet today. It's headlined by Islam Makhachev, pound for pound best fighter in the world right now. On a 15 fight win streak, one more win this weekend. If he gets this win, he'll tie Anderson Silva's record for the most win streak. There's 16. His opponent is going to make it very, very difficult. Arman Sarukian is the best. He's the number one. No argue that he's the number one contender. He deserves to get this fight. They have fought before, and Arman was making his debut against Islam, and he put on a tough fight. He took down Islam. He gave it what it gives people opportunity to see that Islam Makhachev does have a weakness. He was only 22 years old since then. Right now he's on a 6-fight win streak, but I think he should be on an 11-fight win streak, Arman Sarukian, because if you've watched the fight against Gamrot, he definitely won that fight. I think that was a robbery. You guys could go and check it out if you guys don't believe me. But he should be on an 11-fight win streak. I haven't I wouldn't had big expectations from him, because I thought his biggest thing will be that he came close. He had a close fight with Islam Makhachev, but no. When I saw him fight against Charles Oliveira, he opened my eyes to show how tough he is, how much grit he is, and he's one of those people who kind of manifests what he wants. He knows what he wants and he goes at it 100%, and is very, very respectful. Islam Makhachev, on the other hand, is not something you could just manifest. You just beating him, you can just manifest, because you had to get very lucky, like his last loss when he just didn't care about defense, went off the game plan and got KO'd, but that was 15 fights ago, right? So he has grown a lot from there. Also, he has Khabib as a coach. Khabib is a great coach. He have a wealth of knowledge. Also, the coach is an AKA. I don't have to say much when I say AKA, one of the best gyms in the world. If you could go, they have legendary fighters from DC, Khabib himself. So this is good. This fight is to predict this fight is going to be difficult, because it's like a unstoppable object. What is the unstoppable force against an unmovable object? So, in my prediction, I could only go what I could see on paper. As Islam beat him already, back then Arman had the element of surprise, because Islam didn't really know who this guy was. But also, Arman will wrestle a lot. He could neutralize the wrestling, the striking, but Islam Makhachev is a really good fighter. I predict he will win a unanimous decision, and he will extend his win streak to 16. Arman Sarukian, I think, will become a champion, but I think he just has to take this defeat, and I think he'll come back stronger. So my official prediction is Islam Makhachev, unanimous decision. Let's move on to the co-main event. Wow. This fight has picked up some steam, a lot of steam. I'm actually the most excited about this fight. It's Merab Dvalishvili against Umar Nurmagomedov. The last name Nurmagomedov, it's like one of the best last names at the moment. And this gym they come from in Dagestan, these are 4 fighters. That is Umar, Usman, Khabib, and Islam. Their 4 combined record right now is 91-1. Wow, 90. So basically, they won 91 fights and 1 loss. And our 1 loss was, what I said earlier, Islam Makhachev basically getting catched. So, but Merab, the champ, is basically pissed off as Umar a lot, because he doesn't think Umar should have won. He shouldn't have gotten this opportunity. He only has one credible win in the against Corey Sandhagen. But Corey Sandhagen's a G. You know, that's how Anjamin Sterling got his title shot, was by beating Corey Sandhagen. So I don't know why Marab will be so upset, but I understand where he's coming from, because another frustration he could have is they didn't let him rest. He wanted like 6 months off, but he's back in like 4. So that could be it too. But he looks kind of pissed off. Normally he's like a goofy guy, but I didn't know like he had that in him. Umar right now I think will destroy Marab, because Marab is not where it's supposed to be. Marab basically depends on pressure, 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 and then he'll eventually get you to the cage, and he'll hit your knees, body shots, and he'll basically get the round like that. But Umar won't let him do that. Umar won't just stay at the cage, no doubt. Umar is a much better striker. As you can see, he fought Corey Sandhagen, and he outstruck him. So I'm definitely have this fight for Umar Nurmagomedov. I'm thinking unanimous decision again, because Marab is a tough guy, tough guy. But Marab should just be focusing on this fight, but he's focusing on everything else. But I hope he proves me wrong, because he's a tough guy. Both of them have great stamina, but Umar could match actually Marab's stamina. Once again, great coaches and Khabib, aka. So I have my money on Umar, unanimous decision. Going to the next fight is Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. Ooh, this is gonna be a banger. This had a. I'll be surprised if it goes to the decision. So this fight, you have Yuri Prochazka. After his last loss against Alex Pereira, he came out and said, "I must adapt, I must evolve. Sorry, or I should not fight again." That being said, I hope he evolves to a point where he gets his hands up, because Jamal Hill is a great counter striker, amazing counter striker. But Jamal Hill needs to win this fight, because right now his media image is horrible. But people love Yuri Prochazka, so the person who really needs to win this fight really is Jamal Hill, because Yuri, win or loss, people will still love him. But thinking about this fight, on paper, my prediction has to be Jamal Hill, because Jamal is a great counter fighter, and on paper, from what I've seen from Yuri, he doesn't put his hands up. He wants to go out there and, go chin for chin, outwill his opponent. That would have worked before the Alex Pereira fights, because his chin has taken some. He got knocked out twice in his last fight. I mean, he got knocked out like 3 times. He's took a beating in all his UFC fights. I love him as a fighter. I hope he proves me wrong again, once again. But my official prediction has to be Jamal Hill. I think it'll be a decision. I don't think he could put out Prochazka. Yeah, I find myself might go to a decision, because I don't see Jamal Hill putting him out, but I see more of like Jamal Hill versus Grover Teixeira kind of fight. So my official prediction: Jamal Hill, decision, unanimous decision. Moving on to the next fight on the card will be Daniil The next fight on the card will be Daniil Dariush against Renato Marcano. I can't believe I pronounced all the Russian fighters' name right, and I got kind of confused with Dariush, one of my favorite fighters. Hey, silly. And Marcano too, one of my best fighters. I just don't like why the UFC put this fight together, because it's 2 fan favorites, man. I really don't see why anybody should lose in both of them. They are both great fighters. But my prediction is Dariush, because that's Dariush, man. That's Dariush. He lost his last 2 fights, but he's still better than Marcano. Marcano, the only thing that Marcano, like, he came on good, but like it was just a little too time, because father time he's 36, but Dariush is 36, but he's fought top class fighters. He's went in there and had a top class fight. His last fight, Marcano, he did beat Benoit, but Benoit was coming back in the second round, and it was a cut. So definitely Dariush, man. Dariush has fought the best of the best. Also, he have great takedown defense, and his not and the last thing that people lose, even though Dariush is old, is power. So I know he has the power to KO Marcano because Aldo knocked out Marcano. So my official prediction, Dariush. So the last fight in the main card will be Kevin Holland versus Rainier de Ritter. Um, my official prediction will be Rainier de Ritter. Oh, I didn't make an official prediction for more lightweight for Marcano versus Dariush. I be Dariush second round TKO. Okay, so move on to Kevin Holland versus Rainier de Ritter. My official prediction will be Ritter because he's a great fighter. He depends more on skills. Even though he was on F1 or something. I think it was, I can't remember. I think one championship. One championship, yeah. Even though he was in one championship, he looked like was the one only guy who wasn't really on drugs and stuff. I thought like he was just basically good. He had really good skills and he used really good skills. And his last fight, he fought Jared Marchard and he beat Jared Marchard at Jared Marchard game, you know. So I love that fighter. I like his skills a lot. Kevin Holland, I don't like him at 185. Kevin Holland has a lot of potential to be a great fighter if he sticks to one weight class, and that should be 170 because he's longer there. He could use his limbs for striking, and he could use his limbs for grappling, like submission based. But I don't think he's very suited for the 185 division. So but he's really tough. So unanimous decision, Ritter. I hope all my predictions are good because most of them are decisions. So it'll be a long card if all my predictions are right. So let's go to the prelims. So we have Bak-an Gustav against Billy Alekana. Billy Alekana is not really well known as yet, but Gustav, next Russian fighter. My prediction will be Gustav because looking back to his past few fights, he has KO'd Ryan Spann. Ryan Spann was up in the rise back in the day, but he's pretty gone down, but he's still a good win. And his only loss really is Volkan Ustamir. But I don't find like he's in any threat against Billy Alekana. So I'm predicting first round TKO. This one is a sacrificial kind of fight because you have UFC trying to, I think, promote Peyton Talbot against Barcelos. Barcelos doesn't have a great record. I think he's just being a sacrificial lamb here. So Peyton, first round finish. Let me say, rear naked choke. All right, so let's move on to the next fight. In the prelims will be a heavyweight fight: Jelton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Of course, we have to go Jelton Almeida. He had a bad showing. What was the person's name? He had a bad. I think it's Curtis Blades. Yes, Curtis Blades. But he came back and got his bread and butter with a rear naked choke against Alexander Ramonov. So definitely have my money on Jelton Almeida. I think he fought someone who's very experienced in Curtis Blades and paid the price, but I hope he learns from there and moves on. All right, so the next, my official decision, Jelton Almeida, first round submission, guillotine choke. So the last fight in this card, Zachary Reese against Azamat Biakov. To be honest, I don't know about this fight as much. I'm not really sure about these two fighters. Haven't really seen them. Don't have a Wikipedia page. I don't want to go through the hassle to go actually go check it out. The next fight in the early prelims is Grant Dawson. I don't know why this fight couldn't be in the prelims or higher up against Carlos Diego Ferreira. Wow. That's the early prelims main event, I guess. They want to put something big so people come in. So Carlos Diego Ferreira, man, no doubt. He's amazing fighter. I can't believe he's so down on the card. Second round KO, no doubt. Grant Dawson, I don't know, UFC wants to promote him, but I don't see what the UFC sees in him. Next fight, Carl Rosa against Alan Perez. This fight is a 50-50 to me, but Carl Rosa, from what I've seen more of her fights, the last fight against Pane Kenzer, she looked amazing. So I'll pick her against Alan Perez. Um, Even though I know UFC is trying to push her, but I don't think she is for the like some gritty fighters, and Carol Rosa is gritty, so I'm thinking picking the veteran for this one. Bantamweight is Rinya Nakamura against Nun Garas Gafurov. Wow, that was difficult. Definitely Nakamura. Great wrestling. Great wrestling. No doubt he's gonna win this fight. Second round submission, rear naked choke. Next fight, bantamweight, Ricky Tukos versus Bernardo Popag. To be honest, I have no idea about these fighters, so really can't give a prediction. Will be basically unfair. Next weight, flyweight will be Tagir. Wow, this isn't the this side off the main card is pretty bad, crazy. Tagir Ulan Baykov versus Clayton Carpenter. No doubt, Tagir. Second round submission for sure, guys. So, and I'll pick a guillotine choke. So, great fight card, guys. Amazing, a banger of a fight card. You guys should definitely try to go out your way to check out this card. The Russian Dagestani team is in full showcase this weekend. So if you like that kind of Dagestani style, definitely check it out. Also, Yuri Prohaska with the Jamal Hill, Dariush with the Marcano will be great as well. So let's see, guys. I'll post a, re- um, a review right after the fight card this weekend. So I hope you guys get a chance to watch it when I post it on Sunday. So have a great time, guys, and thanks for staying on with me for this review.